So I recently moved. Yes, I left the bright lights of London. Well, I say bright lights, I was feeling it was getting maybe a little bit too quiet for me these days, and it's a tad cleaner than what I'm used to. It's just getting too nice. So I thought, no, I need a new metropolitan, multicultural experience. So I moved myself to rural Norfolk. Yes, namely, a little town called Thetford. You may have heard of it, twinned with hell. What can I say about Norfolk? Oh God, well, lots of traditional farmland, some of the most expansive coastlines you could see in the UK. But be careful, all of this scenery, you might end up marrying a cousin if you're not careful. And although cousin marriage isn't uncommon, oh here we go. It isn't uncommon, it is frowned upon, purely because it kind of insinuates your brother turned you down. Oh, what else can I tell you about Norfolk? Ancestral home of Boudica. Yes. Warrior, icon, queen of the Iceni tribe. Oh, you know us gays, we love a good queen. The ginger spice of the ancient world. Oh, but she isn't really a fan of European free movement, so led a fairly aggressive campaign in favour of Brexit. I'll tell you what she wants, what she really, really wants. She really, really, really wants you off of her land. Celt power. So, emigrating to Norfolk, I found there is no men. Let me rephrase that. There's a lot of men. There's no eligible men. What have we got? Well, the men in my town, I don't know, they all look like they're sharing the same set of teeth. They kind of look like a mix between like Gollum and Michael Gove. So, basically Michael Gove. Not pretty. Well, actually, no. There was this one guy. He's actually a bit hot, but it's a bit of an effort because he's dead. Honestly, like the sex is all down to me. You know, I'm on top. There's no point bottoming if he ain't got rigor mortis. The struggle is real, so you can imagine just what a shock to the system it's been for me to come back into London. Honestly, I feel like that moment in The Wizard of Oz when all of a sudden everything goes Technicolor. And I got on my phone and I was like, Grinder, I've got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Honestly, I went into Soho earlier and walking down Old Compton Street was just like following the yellow brick road. Honestly, I was like, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Daddies and twinks and bears, oh my! Even this audience is getting me quite hot. Honestly, when you've just been surrounded with people that are part Alsatian, you'll go for anything. It's really hard being a gay in the middle of nowhere. Trying to find somewhere that I'm going to fit in. And that's just the sex. Because the patriarchy, it's not fun. It's not fun for the gays, which is ironic when you think how much we all love daddy issues. Actually, the patriarchy is not really in favour of any minority, is it? No. And, yeah, no, I'm not going to take that anymore. And you know who the founding father of all toxic masculinity is, don't you? No one's safe. It's him. Fucking God. Yes, London, that's right. I'm coming for God. And let's look at the evidence, shall we? Let's go back to where it all began with Eve. Poor, simple, naive Eve. All she did was eat an apple. She was conned, viciously conned by a snake into eating said apple. And who's the one that gets their membership to the Garden of Eden revoked? Eve. No. And, you know, for what? Eating one of her 5 a day. It's not like the snake was round the back of the tree offering her drugs. Oi, Eve, have a go on this. It's the finest Columbian you're ever going to have. No, it was an apple. Granted, it was a Granny Smith, so it is a shit apple. But it was still an apple. No, and that's where it got me thinking. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. See, if I was God, yes, London, that's right, if I was God. In this story, God is gay. How many organisations am I going to piss off with that? Bring it on. No, if I was God, I would be Team Eve all the way. Because you know what it's like with gays and their girls. I wouldn't have it, no. It would be like that one girl that you meet on a night out, you know, in the smoking area, and you just have this emotional connection, and you right each other's wrongs, and I would be her babes, and she would be my hun. And BFF for life. You never see her again, but that's beside the point. BFF for life. You've got her back, and I would have Eve's back. That is, of course, until Eve's back is turned, and then you find out what a two-faced bitch this God is. Here, Gabriel, Uriel, have you seen Eve? Come on. Made in my image? I don't think so. No, she's really let herself go since she had that apple. And funny thing, she wonders why Adam's spending all his time with Steve. She wants to take a good look at her fig leaves to work that one out. I know, I'm sorry, I'm so bad, I'm sorry. But what is it they say? Only God can judge me. If I was God, actually this is sounding more and more like a good career move for me. If I was God, I would absolutely give heaven a makeover. Come on, the harps and the clouds, it's so last millennium. No, I want angels in harnesses. I want leather on feather. Yes, oh, and I'm getting rid of that partition wall for a start. I want an open plan heaven and hell. You know hell, twin with Thetford? Yeah. We remember that? And I'm changing the 10 Commandments, by the way. My take on it. Thou shalt not eat arse on a Friday if he hath had tacos on Thursday. It's fair. And I think we need to rejig the prayer as well, because it's just not working. In the name of Liza Share and the prostate orgasm. And I've got some very exciting news that I'd like to share with you. As God, I am now introducing the all-new Sodom and Gomorrah Big Weekender. Sodom Fest, it's gonna be fierce. Don't, no, we've got John the Baptist, he's gonna be DJing, so we're all gonna get off our heads. And you don't even know who I've got headlining, wait till you hear who I've got headlining. Only Mary fucking Magdalene. O-M-me, it's gonna be gorge. Yes, and wait till you see the barman. See, you know that hot little twink, the one with the long hair and the beard? He is amazing behind the bar. What's his chops? You know, water into wine, self-raising flour into Coke. Likes to call me daddy, that one, it's pretty hot. Jesus Christ, what's his name? Anyway, he is pretty hot, so I said I'd perform a Moses and part the red cheeks. Well, you don't want to go in all buns glazing. You know, then we'll really see the second coming. Yes, no, this new career move of mine is not a bad shout. I'm just wondering, like, how do we make this happen? Where do we go? Like, who does Heaven's PR? Like, does the Pope have a suggestion box? Like, what do we do? Although that said, I'm sure it's not going to be all rainbows, is it? No, there's going to be its fair share of problems. Like, well, for a start, Christians for 2,000 years have been following the word of me, and well, Catholics and Protestants, they still don't agree on anything. You know, the Cathys reckon I said one thing, and the Prozzies think I said another. And at this stage of the game, I don't know who I said what to, so I'm just going to keep out of it. I know, typical God, stir the pot and fuck off. And the other thing that's really irritating, which is the admin. No one considers the admin, honestly, answering all of those fucking prayers. Oh, for the love of me, it is relentless. Prayer after prayer after prayer after prayer. I can't remember what I was going to say. It is relentless, and you don't even know the backlog we've had since COVID. Prayer after prayer after prayer after prayer. And all these prayers that are coming into me, you know what, not one of them ever once considered for one little tiny moment that maybe, just maybe, I would like to be the one on my knees for a change. Because, let's face it, at this rate, I'm as likely to get dick in heaven as I did in Thetford. Thank you.